Here we go. We back with another live, man. We're gonna bring in Central High School coach Mike Washington. You know, after last week, you heard Coach Washington say, "When you become a head coach, you think you know everything." Coach, what's going on?
What up? What up? What up?
You said last week, you think you know everything as you would when I talked to you last Saturday, and you said you had to correct a few things, and
Yeah,
you
man.
knew what you had to correct.
Absolutely.
How'd this week
Absolutely.
go?
It went really well, man. I think the kids responded very well, man, from a tough loss. Obviously a team that, we felt like that we beat 9 times out of 10. And, obviously that 1 out of 10 got us. So I mean, it was just going back to the drawing board, in my eyes, and seeing where I could have did better. You know what I'm saying, and where I could have kind of put my kids in a position to succeed. So we did that. It worked out this week, and the adjustments I made. I think they were pretty good.
Salute to you guys. You went up very fast early in the game. I tuned it into to fans only, and if you want to check that Central game out, go to fansonlysports.com. It's right on their YouTube channel. Ronnie does a great job streaming them games. And I noticed by halftime, was it 27-0?
By half? No, I don't think so, man. I actually think we didn't score most of our points to the second half. I think might have been 14-0 before the half.
Maybe that's what it was, but I knew you had they have not scored at that point.
Yeah. We were definitely getting after it, man. From start to finish.
Your kids seem to respond well. That SK game, it's just not what I've been seeing. What you prepared for, I was like, that just don't seem like that Central Knights out there.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of stuff going on in house. That really wasn't right. Um, but I think at the end of the day, it's any given Friday. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think you should expect to win a football game when you turn the ball over 5 times. You know what I'm saying? And then granted, we still had the chance at the end, but I think when you put yourself in a position and you're giving the ball up, I don't think it's even possible to win a football game when you turn it over that much. So, I mean, kind of just like any football game, you want to limit mistakes. You want to limit mental errors, and sometimes that stuff you can control with the kids, and sometimes that stuff you can't control. So sometimes it's just kind of where the chips fall. I'm sure every coach deals with it week to week. One week, your kids look are playing lights out and doing everything right, and then the next week they're not. But I guess that's the difference between good and great teams is staying consistent, and I kind of again I kind of know where we stand now after the SK game. You know what I'm saying? I kind of know how I need to approach every game, how I need to approach the kids, and kind of how I need to stay true with what I know, and that's running the ball. So clearly, we did that last night. So
Yeah, no, definitely. You definitely did what have to be done. Now, what's Central Knights plans going forward? Who's your next opponent?
we got Hendricken this Friday coming up, man, and that's a big game for the kids. It's a big game for myself. It's a big game for the school. And yeah, man, we're just excited to kind of because I think the last time we played Hendricken, Pete told me he was an assistant for Central. So that's some context into how long ago it was that we actually faced off. So yeah, this is the first time we're facing off in a long while. So it's pretty exciting. Anytime you play a powerhouse school, anytime you play somebody of the caliber of Hendricken, and just being a competitor, you can't help but to just love and indulge in the moment. So I'm definitely looking forward to preparing for this game. I think with our one loss to SK, it also puts us kind of in a fight, like kind of in a like a survival mode now. You know what I'm saying? With everything going on with COVID, we don't really know what's going to go on with the seeding, and obviously, we want to be in that state chip bracket. So again, we're playing we're approaching every single game, like it's our last. So it's exciting. At the same time, it's like it's do or die. So that's kind of how we're looking at it.
With that COVID rule, like the no contest rule, should that rule be changed?
Okay. I mean,
I mean,
my
not to
personal
get
opinion.
political,
Nah,
but should it be
it's all good,
changed?
man. Nah, my personal opinion. Yeah, I do think it should be changed. It's kind of like a 50-50 deal, and I understand the no contest. You know what I'm saying? But now, teams are put in a position where some team may not make the playoffs because now they're not in control because the other team has another team has COVID, and I think I also think there's the possibility, because I think you'd be crazy to say that there's not a possibility that a team could strategically position themselves not to play a game, and not saying any team is doing that, but at the end of the day, like, it's a possibility, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely think no contest. Personally, I definitely, I wouldn't, again, it's hard to say penalize the school who has COVID, but I think I think it'd have to be a forfeit. I think they're doing forfeits in mass. I heard they're doing forfeits in mass for teams who have COVID. I could be right or wrong, but I think it's just tough, and again, it's COVID. Nobody expected us to be in a pandemic, so I mean, I think it's 50-50, but I think, personally, I think it should be no contest, especially if you're missing, if your school is missing 3-4 games and you guys constantly have a COVID problem. I think at that time, it's kind of like, okay, coach, what are you doing to prevent you guys from having COVID? Okay, how well are you guys separating? Why is the whole team in COVID protocol if one kid got COVID? You know what I'm saying? Okay, what are you guys doing with the buses? What are you guys doing with the locker rooms? You know what I'm saying? I try to cover all those bases, when it comes to COVID, because again, any kid could get it. It could be close contact. It could be anything. So, I kind of just think, it's just, you should just do your due diligence when it comes to preparing your team for a possibility of COVID. I remember there was a situation last year where a lot of people don't know this, but we went down to EG the first week we played, and we went down with 17 guys. You know what I'm saying? 17. And and we came out with the win. Obviously the season was do or die and we didn't want to miss a game. But we went out there with 17 guys. Half the team got put on COVID protocol. And again, I had the locker rooms. Again, obviously COVID was a lot stricter, but I had, like, locker rooms split up, kids going in 5 at a time, and we had everything sectioned off. We had buses sectioned off to the point where if a kid did get close contact or he did get COVID, a particular group of kids, got quarantined, whether they were your good players, whether they were your scout players, JV players. I think we had 3 starters sit out that game last year. And, we went in there and we were just like, it is what it is. We want to play football. So, I just think collectively, us as coaches, we all just have to do better, just making sure that our team stays on the field and just making sure that we're how hard it is for the private school.
I think you're breaking up a little bit, coach. Yeah, got a little choppy with Coach Washington, the sound, so he should be hopefully he'll cut back in 1 second. But we were talking about the COVID no contest. Um, let's see if we still got Coach with us. Coach, if you can still hear us, why don't you just tap out and tap back in? Yeah, we lost Coach Washington. He's still actually with us, but we just cannot hear him. So excellent. He just let us know he's going to jump back in. But yeah, I wanted to ask him about the COVID-19 rule. Should it be changed? Yes, it should. Um, Definitely. You never want to punish the teams that can't play because of that reason. Hey, coach, welcome back.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I see teams, like I know a guy, Coach Charlie, wants to play. His kids want to play.
Right, right.
There's no way I'm going to say any coach, don't want to play. Now, true. Of course, there has to be a possibility that is strategically thinking, and I would never say that schools or teams would ever do that. But
Right.
you want to win, it has to go into your thought process. But hopefully, the league can fix that this week. I understand there's a meeting, and they might actually extend the Division 4. Add six. What is it? Because it's only 4 right now. Yeah, add 6 teams that could make the playoffs.
Okay. I did hear that.
Because of the Smithfield situation. But Division 1's really being hampered by it too.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm seeing now, like, games are being missed every week. It seems like. I think SK, they just missed the game. I know Wooney just missed the game versus Hendricken. So it's just tough, man. I think like nobody really knows, what's really going on. COVID protocol is crazy. I know every district is different. Every athletic director is different. So I just know every situation is different. So, I kind of feel for everybody missing games because at the end of the day, everybody's competing to play and competing to win. So, I feel for everybody, man.
Well, hopefully we all can get this straightened out. Who was your player of the game? If you had to pick a player, and I know that's tough because you had a lot of dogs out there, who would it be?
I think my player of the game silently is Brad Moore.
All right, congratulations to him.
And to be honest, he didn't even show up on the stat sheet. He probably showed up on it for a few tackles, but the kid blocked with his life. You know what I'm saying? Like he literally was clearing kids out, moving kids out the way. He had a crackback called on him, which I don't really know. I don't really know what he could have did, but he's springing guys for touchdowns, and he's just doing the absolute most to get his teammates in the end zone, and it's kind of what you want to see out of a kid. He missed last year with some academic stuff, so him coming back this year was huge. And man, again, he didn't have a catch and he didn't have a carry, but the blocking clinic I seen that kid put on yesterday was beyond impressive and above average. So I definitely give him my personal player of the game for sure.
And you know what that's like to have a good blocker. You know what I mean? And blockers never get credit, just like, a lineman, they don't really have stats, so they don't show up big as player of the week every week, or they don't get in the top 3. So shout out to all the linemen, and shout out, what is it, Brad Moore?
Brad Moore, yeah.
Shout out to Brad Moore, because you know what? Blocking without good blockers, you don't have them breakthrough plays. Like you said, he was springing guys for touchdowns, and shout out to him. Congratulations.
Yeah, blocking backside. It was honestly amazing to see. And like I said, just the way my kids responded just after the loss. I know there was probably a lot of question marks about who we really are after that game last week, So just the way my kids responded and, the way they left it all out on the field, man, was definitely impressive, man. And just the way they blocked for each other, man, and how much they wanted to win. Really impressed me moving forward. Those are the signs of a good team. There's going to be wins and losses. There's going to be mistakes, mishaps. It's all about how you bounce back from adversity. So, the guys did a good job doing that.
No, you're absolutely right. Coach Washington, thank you, man. Good luck against Hendricken. We'll talk to you next week if you're available, man. Shout out to your kids. This is a test that they need.
Yes, sir.
definitely. You know, going against a good team like Bishop Hendricken. I mean, it is what it is. They build good kids over there. You know,
Yeah.
whatever head start they have, hey, that's on them.
Right.
You know, but they got a good staff and they're getting championships. So if you can stay competitive in that game and get over that hump, but every game's a Super Bowl.
Right. So, yeah, I think it'll be a great game. It'll be a great showing. I'm sure everybody will be there to some capacity. So, it's definitely gonna be a show, man. I know they're probably scratching at the bits at us too, because there's the question mark. We're the Division I champions. They were the state champions. So that's it's kind of like what's gonna happen.
Everybody wants Central, boy.
Yeah, man. So yeah.
Good luck, coach.
Yeah, we'll be prepared. We'll be all right.
Definitely. We'll talk to you soon. Good luck. God bless you. Stay safe out there, and we'll tell all your kids congratulations from me. A shout out to Brad Moore doing that blocking, man. Long season to go, Brad.
Yeah, putting in the work, man. I appreciate you, Mike, man. Have a good one.
All right. That was Coach Washington, man. Always like to have Coach Wash up in the house. Brad Moore. He gave his player of the game to a blocker. How often does that happen? Hey, if you're looking to get recruited, check out R&R Elite Recruits. Ronnie and his team doing a good thing over there. Claim your 7-day free trial today. R&R Elite Recruits.com. Become part of the R&R Elite family. And big shout out to 401 Strength and Fitness. My guy Emerson Kilgore over there on the 400 block of Warwick Avenue. I think it's actually 400 Warwick Ave. When you're driving the plaza, you can't miss it. If you know what Dunkin' Donuts is, you could find 401 Strength and Fitness in the same plaza. Don't forget, Tuesday nights, Voice Sports is in the house. We got people from Texas, Maryland, South Carolina, North Carolina covered, New York City. We got coaches from New York City that come on Tuesday night, Maryland, the DMV. The mobile AD is usually in the house. Big shout out to DSP, Dynamic Strength and Performance. And big shout out to my guy. You already know who that guy is. But thank you, everybody, man. Don't forget, check out Emerson Kilgore. Some good games this weekend. We'll see what happens. We'll see if the league does their due diligence and straightens this playoff stuff out. But we out.
Can We Keep It Real Podcast Network. Shout out to Can We Keep It Real Podcast.
You nervous with butterflies in your stomach? Don't try to intimidate me. You couldn't scare me with lip. I'm spontaneous, smart, dangerous, fancy and quick. My trainer told me to work. He ain't prepared me to quit. I'm the only captain who's sailing this championship. I got a